It's time for a Dead Time story, and today we have three special guests because one of them quit. And today we have Peter Pitched a Tent. The first time you guys will hear a childhood memory of Heck's daddy. Not to be confused with all the tents I pitched for the single moms on Plenty of Fish. Ah ha ha. Peter dreams of camping with mermaids by the sea. Sometimes one, sometimes two. Last night he dreamed of three, and I think we all dream of three. Ah ha ha. When Grandma came to wake him up, back out the door she went. At some point in the night, it seems that Peter pitched a tent. Peter is excitable. He loves the great outdoors. He built a campsite in the night right on his bedroom floor. He's no good at chopping wood. He's terrible at fishing. The skills that make a camper good, Peter's mostly missing. He has more pimples on his face than he has camping sense, but Peter is a total ace when it comes to pitching tents. But nobody's going to care about his tent being pitched if it has herpes. He took down the tent that he had pitched and headed off to school. Along the way, he had an itch to stop off at the pool. Peter timed it perfectly. Such a stroke of luck. The senior female diving team was practicing their tucks. Peter pitched a tent with ease, much larger than before. This show of swimming expertise could not be ignored. Peter's friends, Matt and Zach, were waiting at the school. Both of them sat back and laughed when he told them about the pool. Peter likes the science teacher. In her class, he's never bored. She was showing off some creature when it hopped down to the floor. The pages are stuck together. Don't know why. She turned her back to pick it up and bent down on one knee. In 3 seconds flat, his tent was up, a towering teepee. After school, Matt and Peter came to hang with Zach. Zach's front yard was getting lame, so they headed towards the back. Right there in their swimwear in front of everyone, Zach's mom and sister were laying in the sun. Zach announced it's time to go, but when he turned around, Matt sat down to watch the show as the circus came to town. Peter started twitching. He was turning red. The circuits all were glitching deep inside his head. He sputtered and he wheezed. His eyes were rolling back. When finally he breathed, everyone stepped back. Zach's sister still is not convinced that he is just 13. Peter pitched the biggest tent the world has ever seen. And with that said, we have one left crawling around, and it's time to go to sleep. Good night. Ha ha ha.